Hello everyone and welcome back to Option Alpha in this video tutorial for descending triangles. So the descending triangle is fairly similar to its counterpart, the ascending triangle, except it's flipped upside down. So the descending triangle is going to be a bearish pattern that forms during a downtrend. And again, it's a continuation pattern. So there already has to be an established downtrend and then the pattern can form. There are some instances where this pattern will form at the top of a trend, but usually it's a little bit more predictable and a little bit more reliable if they form in the middle of a trend. That's what they're usually good for. There's some other types of chart patterns that we've gone over in other video tutorials that are better representations of market tops. This is a good representation of a continuation. So regardless of where they form, descending triangles are bearish patterns that indicate selling or distribution of funds. Crunching the numbers here, as we always do with these chart patterns, the average rise or decline after the breakout is pretty substantial. It's about 16%. Now this is a little bit less than some of the major bottoms and tops, but a 16% move in the middle of a trend is still a very, very good move after an already established trend. The breakout failure rate's about 16% as well, historically speaking. That's a little bit higher than we wanted to see, and that's usually because of the nature of the pattern. Most triangles, flags, ascending triangles, descending triangles usually have a higher breakout failure rate in general because they more commonly form on charts. They're not the big, huge head and shoulders. They're not the triple bottoms, those types of patterns. So they do have a little bit higher breakout failure rate. The throwback or pullback in this instance is about 54%. So about half of the time you're actually going to see the market break out lower and then come back up to that area of previous support and is now going to retest that area as resistance, kind of reconfirming that the breakout is valid. So again, this is really good for option traders and stock traders. If you see this breakout, then you know that about one out of every 2 times it's going to come back up and give you another opportunity to get back into the security, or at least get out of the security if you're long. Some key points to remember on these descending triangles is that in order to qualify as a continuation pattern, an established trend already has to exist. So this is something I've drilled in to this video and a lot of the other videos, is that an already established trend must exist. They do form at the tops of markets, but they're not as reliable as if they form in the middle of a trend. 2 support levels are required to form the lower line. So we'll just go back to this actual chart pattern here, and you can see that at least 2 support levels are required here to form before we can start to really form the pattern. So we need at least 2 on a downtrending resistance line and at least 2 areas or points here on the support line. And third, we want to watch for volume confirmation after the downside breakout. So you can see that I've put in caps here, after. Usually we're actually going to see a lot of decreasing volume in these descending triangles, and that really means that nobody's really interested in it. It's kind of stagnant, trading sideways for the most part, so volume dries up. But after the breakout lower, if we have a lot of volume start to come in and we get this volume confirmation after the downside breakout, then we know that a lot of people are starting to dump the stock. It's becoming a little bit more active, a little bit more fear coming into the market. So we do want to watch for some volume confirmation after the downside breakout. Hey, thanks for watching this video from Option Alpha. As always, we invite you guys to come back and check us out at optionalpha.com. And if you like this video, please share the video with any of your friends, family, or colleagues on your favorite social network.